Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at in the world today. I wanted to hop on and share with you guys another side hustle business venture I decided to try the beginning of last year, which was February 2022. And I wanted to share it with you guys, share with you guys what I did, the steps that I took, and if you want to go ahead and do it. I don't offer any coaching, but I definitely will offer any advice, and I hope this video can help someone that's looking for an additional way to bring in extra income, or they have a vehicle that it's like costing them a lot of money that they don't need to use currently, whether they work remotely or they just don't need to use it as often. That car can make you some money. So here's my story. So before we begin, I have to dedicate and give a huge shout out to Roxana Wilson, which is also known as the business queen. You can find her on Facebook, and also President Leo. Majority of the things that I've learned about the car rental business stem from her mentorship, and also from his advice and his mentorship as well, because he's also in the real estate, not the real estate. Roxana's in the real estate game as well, but President Leo is like heavy in the car rental space, and I actually got the opportunity to meet both of them at a real estate mastermind that I attended 2 years ago. So to Roxana and President Leo, thank you guys. And also, I like to thank myself because before I actually took their mentorship and learned about the rental car business, this is something I wrote down on one of my whiteboards that I wanted to get into and pursue and just do and prove to myself that I can actually do this. And by God's grace, it was executed without like any planning. I just wrote it down, kind of, it was something I wanted to do, but it happened. But big ups to me because I did the work. So let's get into the video. So I wrote down some key points I wanted to hit, to cover, to just to like answer any questions that y'all might have while I go through this video. But so I like to consider myself like a side hustler, doer / go getter. I love investing in myself and in my education, and going after like things that are impossible. Well, I don't say impossible, but like anything is possible. But like proving to myself, like I mentioned earlier, that I can do it. I can do it. Whatever I set my mind to, I can do it. So getting into this Hyre Car thing, right? So I purchased the car December 2021. And I didn't even, it's crazy because I didn't even plan to purchase the car. The way everything the way everything unfolded was just so crazy. I didn't even plan to purchase the car the week that I went to go look at the car. It was just like, okay, you know what? Let me go to this dealership. Let me see what they got or whatever. My friend was in town. Well, the guy I was dating at the time and getting to know, he was in town, and thankfully he was good at cars. So he went with me. We test drove the car. He looked up the co-parts and all that other stuff, said it was a good buy. He helped me negotiate the purchase price and stuff like that. I went home, slept on it, and then like probably like the third day, I test drove it again, and I went to the bank, got the money, and paid cash for the car. So it's like, I can say that throughout this whole entire process, I felt like God was in me, like something, like an angel was taking control of this venture for me, because I already did the work, and it was just so crazy how everything unfolded. So, all right, I got the car, and I take it to a local park and take pictures of it and everything, get it all cleaned up. So then I go to list it on Hyre Car, right? And let me rewind. So the car has a salvage title, but something was like, you know what? Like, I haven't heard anybody talk about not being able to list a car on Toro or on Hyre Car because of salvage title. Like, I did my research before I actually looked at the module that my mentor had about rental cars and stuff. So I was on YouTube looking up a whole bunch of stuff on Toro, looking up stuff and looking to see like, okay, what kind of cars, do good in my area and stuff like that. And the Kia, I didn't even know what car I was going to buy, you guys. I just like went to this dealership and I was like, I think that one would work. Let me just go ahead and get that and see how it does. The car has a salvage title. So I go to listen on Toro, and even though the title doesn't say that it's a salvage title, it's connected to the VIN. So when I did my research, when my friend did the research, he had seen that like it was nothing wrong with the car, But I think the insurance company probably labeled the car as being salvaged because it was probably stolen, and they recovered it, and they just paid out the original owners. I think it was only like one or two owners on the car, because when I purchased the car, it's a 2016 Kia Forte, and it only had 59,000 miles. Everything under the hood was clean. Like, it was like a brand spanking new car, and I was like, I want it. And the guy I bought it from, I bought my Toyota Camry. I have an '08 Toyota Camry that I love, and I just went back to him and seen what he got. So he had that along with some other cars there. And actually that day I actually thought about buying two cars, but I was like, you know what, let me see how this works. And then if it works out pretty well, I'll come back and get another car. So anyway, so I go to list it on Toro, and Toro's like, nope. And I'm like, something's wrong. Let me refresh. And I put the VIN number in again. And Toro's like, no, you can't, no, you cannot list this car on our platform because it has a salvage title. So I felt defeated. And I was like, God, like, you didn't lead me to do this for no reason. Like, it has to be a reason why you told me to do this. And it's got to be another way. So I got on the phone with my brother and my father, and I was like, I called them my chairman because I go to them to bounce off ideas, and they help me help keep me like leveled headed and stuff. So they was like, well, Stephanie, if you can't list it on Toro, why don't you try like creating your own car rental business? I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know the platform, and I was like, no, because I want to be able to do this on autopilot. I want people to be able to buy I want people to be able to book the car without me doing a lot. I want to use somebody else's platform that already have the automations there for me. So like, I get the notification on my phone, like, hey, somebody want to rent your car, approve or deny. Like, I didn't want to take care of that. I wanted a platform that took care of that for me. So I remember going back to Roxana's Road to Riches mentorship program and reviewing the video where President Leo and her talked about the rental car business. So I was just stuck on Toro, but then he also mentioned Hyre Car. Like, I didn't know about Hyre Car until they spoke about it. So I was like, you know what? Let me try listening to Hyre Car. So I'm like on pins and needles, worried, like, damn, are they going to let me list this car on their platform? Because Toro was like, no. Right. So mind you, I already went and got the insurance and everything. And I'll touch on that after I mention this. So I went and created a profile, a personal and business profile on Hyre Car, and put in my uploaded my pictures, uploaded the insurance information, uploaded the registration information, and put in my bio and everything. And I was able to list the car. So I was excited. I was like, yo, it worked. Like, I was able to list this car on this platform, like, without being rejected. So I was like, look at God, y'all. So a little backstory though. So the car is registered underneath my name, but since it's been a year now, I am looking to put it in my business name, or create a whole new business for car rentals, and switch over the ownership to my business. And with the insurance, I got to find out more information about that. But the way I did the insurance was I hopped on Toro, and I looked and I seen what everybody else had, what was popular, and what the majority of car hosts had on their for their vehicles. And Liberty Mutual was like the most popular one, the one that I saw like a lot of people had. So I had State Farm on my regular car. So I was like, you know what, let me just switch everything over. So I found a Liberty Mutual agent, and got the car insured and stuff like that. I told them what I'm going to be using the car for. And there's this thing called rideshare. I don't know if any other car insurances do this, but I know Liberty Mutual does it because, like I said, I went on Toro, and I noticed that there were a whole lot of people that I'm pretty sure that don't have businesses, don't have like their Toro businesses registered underneath an LLC or an entity, that just have their vehicles listed on their personal insurance and stuff like that, So I'm pretty sure that there was something in there that in their insurance policy that covered other people driving the car, and that thing is called rideshare. So it's a couple of extra dollars on top of the premium, or the yearly premium or the monthly premium if you pay like yearly or monthly. I think it's like $20 or something like that. So the insurance I have, I think since the car is paid off in full, I have liability on the car, and I pay $78.22 a month for just my Kia Forte, which is solely used for business purposes, and of course people use for rideshare. So that's how much I pay a month for that. I also, when I first listed the car in February. So mind you, I said I got it in December of 2021, and January was a whole entire month. I was like trying to figure out like, okay, I can't listen on Torah, what I'm gonna do, and I felt defeated. I even tried to like sell the car, and there were people that were interested in it, but when they found out that it was a salvage title, they didn't want to entertain the thought anymore, even though I told them like it's been approved by the state to drive, it's safe. Hell, I was able to register with the DMV, but no, I guess nobody wanted to take the risk. I was trying to make my money back, but I guess all things happen for a reason, right? Because it was meant for me to actually list it on Hyre Car and make some money off of this thing, right? So yeah, so that happened. So when I listed it on February 6th, 2022. And matter of fact, no, I listed it early in February. I think early that week in February. And I listed it. I was waiting, and I think within 2 days, which was February 6th, 2022, excuse me, I got a notification on my phone from Hyre Car saying, hey, so-and-so booked your car for 2 days. And the profit that I was going to be getting was, I think it was like $66 and like some change. So this leads me into how I pretty much price my daily rate for my vehicle. And it's real simple because I like to keep things simple. Like Robert Kiyosaki, he has this acronym where it says KISS with the 2 S's at the end, right? And it stands for keep things simple. Keep it simple, stupid, right? I'm not stupid, so I don't like to say that. So I like to keep things simple because I don't want to have anxiety over things, and also I don't want to put in roadblocks that are unnecessary. So I rent my car out for $45 a day. When I signed up on Hyre Car, when I listed the car on Hyre Car gave me a recommendation on how much this car rents in my area. So I didn't try to go up or down. I just went with whatever they said. They had 3 packages. I'm not too sure if that's changed, but they have like a lower tier, mid tier, and then a higher tier. I think I went with the mid tier. And I don't know what percentage of that. I have it written down in a folder where I keep all this information at. But I rent my car out $45 a day. Hyre Car gets about $11 and some change-ish of that to them, and then the rest gets deposited to me. I like Hyre Car. Can't really speak on Toro. It's daily payouts. Daily payouts, they notify me, hey, this person done extended, and this is how much you're getting paid, and it goes to my bank account. So every morning when I know that like the person who has the car is paying by the day, if they haven't paid for the whole week, I'm logging on in the morning and I check Hyre Car. I check the financial section to see like how much the payout was that was deposited into my account overnight, and if anything is pending. I go also into the platform. I have it up right now. I go into the platform and I check my financials first. So the financials is the tab where you can see your payouts. And I have one currently pending right now. And I then go to the rental tab where it shows who the driver is, what car they're renting out, the VIN number, the rental period, the net earnings from like that person like still has it or had it for a couple of days, and the status. The status lets you know like how many hours or days left until they have to like renew or return the car. So I check that every day to know like, all right, you know what, is either they're going to renew or I should be expecting another payment if they're going to keep it if they're going to keep it longer. I then check my bank account and make sure that the funds have been deposited. After that, I create an Excel spreadsheet where I track like the maintenance, income coming in, how much I pay myself from the car business, how much I deposit into a savings account for like maintenance and for maintenance and repairs, for inspections, anything I need to get done to the car, windshield wipers, the major things that I've had to deal with, replacing tires because of nails, because majority of people that have been using the car use it to make money. and I'm fine with that. I don't care how much money you make. Like, you paying me, I'm good. So I had to replace the tires probably about like twice last year. So when I first got the car, had brand new tires. I got a spare tire and kept it in the car. That had went out, and had to replace that. And last month, I just recently got all 4 brand new tires on the car, so the car is good. And I also had to change the brakes and the rotors, so did that. Replaced the windshield wipers. You guys, if you guys are looking to get into this business, like Advanced Auto, I like AutoZone too, but Advanced Auto, they're like top tier. I like them better. But I went to Advanced Auto and I purchased some, I think they're called like Bosch or Bosch or something like that, windshield wipers. And I also got the 2-year warranty. So they said, like, if anything happens with them or whatever, you can bring them back. And, if they're defective, aka not working no more, you could bring it back and get a brand new windshield wiper. So I paid like $64 for 2. But like I said, I plan on replacing them. I got the warranty. And because I have the warranty, I plan on replacing them in this spring. And I don't have to pay for anything for them. So when I get the new set, I'm going to just add an additional warranty on top of them and just keep on doing that and probably replace them again before the summer or in the middle of the summer or right going into the winter. So oil changes, I get that done pretty frequently. The first time I got the oil change, I took it to the dealership. I wanted to make sure that, they do a thorough inspection of the car. I just wanted to make sure that, everything was good and everything was. So, but if I have to, do it really quick and I don't got time to sit at the dealership, I'll just take it right there to a Valvoline that's not too far away from me. I'm really cool with the guys there. They look out for me. They do cost more. So when I take it to the dealership, whether I have a coupon or not, it's about like $70, $60. Versus when I take it to Valvoline, I'm paying like $98 for the oil change. And since now currently the car has 123,000 miles on it. Let me get my math right. So these people been driving my car, y'all. It's been driving my car. But I can truly say that I'm so grateful and thankful for this because I've made back all of my money last year. Like, I started in February. Everything that I poured into that car when I initially got it, I made all that money back at the close of last year. And I'm so thankful and grateful for that. So I hope y'all enjoyed all of that. So I just wanted to touch on, before I wrap up this video, my reasons for starting. And rolling back, I didn't want to forget. It's like 3 things. One reason why I wanted to start was because, like I mentioned earlier, something pushed me to just do it. And I wholeheartedly believe that that was God. Like, it was really God. And that's all I have to say about that. It was God. The second reason why I did it was to prove to myself that I can execute anything. I can execute and do anything I put my mind to. And I prove it to myself every time. I had a manager I'm still close with to this day. I'll keep I ain't gonna say his name, but me and him are still he's like a father to me, but he's like a really good mentor to me as well. But he said this to me. He Stephanie, he used to call me Little Oprah because I always used to be talking about business when at work and stuff like that. So they were Oprah this, Oprah that. But anyway, he said to me, Stephanie, someone had once told him, prove it to yourself so that other people can believe. And I do that with pretty much everything that I do. And even though self-doubt do drop in me, and I have self-doubt a lot of the times, when I think about that and think about, one, who I serve, God, believing in myself, knowing and remembering what he said about me, I know I can do anything. And it's up to me to use the talents and the gifts and the opportunities and the responsibilities that he laid and placed inside of me for the world, to serve. And because I know that when it comes, when judgment day come, y'all, I pray and hope that my name is in the book of life. But we're not only going to be judged by the life we lived, but we're also going to be judged by how we use our gifts, our opportunities, and the responsibilities that God placed in us. Right? So the third reason why I decided to do this was because anyone who knows my father, like my dad, The third reason why I decided to do this was my father. And anyone who knows who my father is, y'all know. Y'all know what kind of person he is. Y'all know what he does. He's a mechanic. He's been working for himself his whole entire life. And also my mother. So my dad is an entrepreneur. My mother, she always worked. But my mom was a hustler. So I feel like I got the best of both worlds. An entrepreneur and a hustler mindset. Like, yeah, so I do it for them. You know, my father was the one that motivated me to do it because I've been around cars my whole entire life. So I think that's another reason why I'm comfortable with whatever happens in this business. You know, I got my dad to lean on, I got my brother to lean on. I have family members I have family members who have car businesses, who are mechanics, who not rent out cars, but they work on cars. So yeah, you know, it's kind of like in my blood. I'm not really big on sports, but I love cars. Now I am looking to expand. And I can say that there are actually, I wrote down 3 reasons. So the first reason is not because of like the money that it brings in. Like, I know, okay, I done prove it to myself that it works. Okay. But the number one reason why I really want to expand is because I want to have options. I want to have options to be able to drive whatever I want, no matter if it's a sedan, a SUV, a truck. I don't care. I just want to have the options to just drive whatever. You know, if I want to drive, like I said, a SUV or a Mercedes Benz one day, I don't have that, but it's in their plans. Like, that's what I would like to get. A Porsche, a Kia Sorento, which is like, surprisingly, y'all, that's like my dream car. I want that. But yeah, so like I said, I just want to have the options to drive whatever I want whenever the vehicles are available to provide people who want to rent out the cars for luxury, for traveling, or even for work. You know, it's working, so why not, right? The second reason is for my family. You know, I've noticed that like when I've done something, like I just don't know like how it would impact my friends and my family, to encourage them to want to get into it and just try something new, try something different, and know that, hey, like I don't try it, I'm here to help you and support you along the way. And the third reason, because only 3, it's because, let me look. God said I can. That's why. God said I can. And I can do anything that I put my mind to. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope it was encouragement to someone who's thinking about starting a hire car business, who wants to start one or wants to just try it out and see, you know, how it works for them. I will say that it may work for you, it may not work for you. You do have to have patience in this business, and you don't know if you are going to like it unless you try it. So yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good evening.